All right, so we took a box of quarters back to the bank today and was just going to exchange them out for another box of quarters. But I saw, a brick of 1,000 ones, and they all looked like brand new ones. So I was trying to just really kind of eyeball them and see if there was any star notes or anything noteworthy over there, trying to figure out what they were. And so then Priss and I were talking about it, and I was just like, maybe we should just try it and get some and see what it is. So we ended up buying $500 in ones, as we'll show you here. We went and took a box of quarters back to the bank that we just went through, and I seen that she had an entire big, huge stack of ones, which was pretty neat because they are all in sequential order. We thought we were just going to look for like star notes or anything that was like cool, any kind of fancy serial numbers, but it's just fun to note that they're from 500 all the way through 1,000, so all the way up to 3,000. But there's not anything really fancy about the serial numbers, so we're actually just going to go take these and go spin them on quarters real quick, box quarters. So I didn't really think we had much in the stacks, but Priss did.
And then I grabbed them and said, wait a minute. Let me see these things. Since they're all consecutive, they all have triple digits. 55, 666, 555, 666, 777.
Oops.
888, 999, and then the 3,000. So, or like, I guess you didn't say like triple zero, I don't know, 3,000, 000, whatever.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was even more cool because he totally was going to be like, alright, what are we going to do with these? Go get more quarters? And I'm like, hello? Yeah. There's triple digits in here.
She spotted it.
And he's like, oh my god, that's right. So we pulled out one bill from every stack, except one stack we pulled out the two, the 999 and then the 3,000. And then took it back to the bank and got quarters.
So let's just say one of these triples may not be that great. I mean, in uncirculated condition, I've seen them sell for maybe, three, four times their face value, maybe 5. But the fact that you would have to have your hands on 500 sequential ordered brand new bills to be able to pull all these out is what kind of made it, like a novelty, is that, you have triples from all stacks of the 100. So that would have been cool if we could have gotten through the whole 1,000. But when I got home and upon further inspection, we noticed that there was some pretty heavy ink on these, and then we started noticing a lot of semi-ink errors right here. Like we have heavy over-inking on 0, which this is actually a pretty common error right after they change that particular ink pad. But also, some of these have such heavy inking on the reverse that it's inked all the way through to the front of the bill. And so upon research, I found that this is actually a pretty decent, value-adding error. And when I say value-adding error for brand new ones like this, to add a value is like maybe $1 or $2 per bill, But when you have a bunch like this, that could add some nice novelty cost to the entire bill. So this is really a badass score overall. Really, really dark. Oh, and we didn't notice these until later. Look, the inking, the over-inking caused flaws in Washington's clothing at various degrees.
More in that one.
Yeah, up here. So that's something to make note of. And also on the reverse, you have such heavy inking on George Washington on the front that it's inking, going all the way through. And this is 100 bills apart, and that's how much it continued to do it. So obviously that's not that rare because it did it on 100 bills, but we've got it on all 6 of these corresponding triple digits. So
poor guy that thinks he's got all these triple digits and those sequential serial numbers.
That was the first thing I thought when she started picking them out. I was like, that's kind of dirty, man. Some guy's going to get them and get all excited.
Because they're
like,
all new
no.
and in the band still, and all I did was just flip through it and slide out the one.
Too cool. And these are from the L Series San Francisco. You can see you got lots of heavy inking everywhere coming through. Really cool. Really cool score. And that was just going to the bank today for unrelated, well, you know, for quarters, but not even related to ones. And then we come out with a nice little score like that.